Welcome everyone to the March 4th, 2021 regular select board meeting. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. So our first order of business is we'll take public comment that's not on the agenda. Do we have anyone for public comment? Okay. Second order of business is reorganization. So chair and vice chair. So can I have a nomination for chair?
I nominate Sharon.
Any other nominations? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Vice chair. Do I have any nominations?
Richard's saying something, but he's muted.
Up here.
There you go.
See where it says.
Okay. Hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I nominate Bruce.
Okay. Any other nominations? All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. All right. So the select board stays the same. Congratulations to Richard, Byrne, Kyle for your re-elections. Bruce, were you up too? No.
No.
No. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. All right. So we have Catherine with us from the Northwest Regional Planning, and she's here to talk about our zoning administrator problems. She has the solution. So we're all ears, Catherine.
Well, I don't want to oversell. Solving the zoning administrator problem is something that people try statewide to try to figure out. But I think you talked about it last time when Heidi gave you an overview of what we had talked about. The general idea is to use the state law that allows for intermunicipal services to be hired through a regional planning commission. And the town of Highgate would hire the regional planning commission, and we would provide you with a trained and able person who can serve as your appointed zoning administrator. I worked to draft a brief contract that would have those details and the cost. And Heidi's running it by the municipal attorney, and we're going to run it by an attorney as well. Just to make sure that whatever we do, we protect the integrity of your local permitting, just since it is a very, very important position in that regard. The way we have the contract structured, it would be a one-year pilot program. And about 6 months in, we would take the time to do a full evaluation of how it's working for the town of Highgate, how it's working for Northwest Regional Planning, what adjustments we may need to make, and whether we want to continue beyond the 1 year. And that would give you time to understand that in advance of budgeting season. So that's really the goal and the timing of that. As of right now, the town of Highgate is the only town that is definitely wanting to be part of it, but we've structured.
Have some comments probably tomorrow. One of the things he noted is that there should be some discussion about if any of the enforcement actions end up in environmental court, that would be a part of the role of the zoning administrator as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems great to add that in. Absolutely. And the unique nature of this position versus other contracted out work is that we would have a two-step process to having the person in place. So Northwest Regional Planning Commission would hire locally prior to the person being able to actually sign and issue the permits.
Okay. I personally think that it's a great idea. Hopefully other towns will see how it works for us and the training, which is something that we've been lacking for right now, and the support. The COVID emergency state has all put us a little under the gun, but we, I think we're ready for this step.
Yeah, and definitely one of the things we really hope to accomplish by this model is to make the position more attractive for someone who will take it and stay in it by being able to combine it with some time working for regional planning, which we had some space in the budget and someone just left. So we had some space in the budget. We were able to create a full-time position with benefits that hopefully will attract somebody who would like to stay in it for a period of time and add some stability to this service at the local level, as well as provide a benefit to Northwest Regional Planning.
Yes, yep. Board, what are your thoughts? Richard? Richard, you're still muted.
Am I now?
Nope, you're good.
I think we ought to go with it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Vern?
I'm all for it. I read the package and it seems this makes the most sense of anything. I think we'll get somebody stable who would take the package that's being offered. And also, there's the choice, a variety of places to work. It'd be a good experience for somebody. That could be something if somebody wants to do this. I'm all for it.
Okay, Vern, I'm going to say that you said that you're all for it because the rest of it was very, very difficult to hear. Bruce?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I'm very much in favor of this.
Okay, Kyle?
Absolutely in favor of it.
Okay. So pending a legal review by both parties, do we want to make a motion to go forward with this?
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll
do I have a
second.
second? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Catherine, we look forward to working with you and having a great partnership.
We look forward to this too, and thank you for being willing to be the first ones to try this statewide. Really, everybody's looking to see how we succeed.
Well, good.
Yeah, I think we'll succeed.
Oh, yes,
I'm going to stay on and listen to your next agenda item too.
absolutely. Okay. So we thank Catherine for that. And now we have a plan going forward for zoning, so that's fabulous. Our next agenda is the CUD. And
Yes,
did Randy
I had
happen to be on for it?
I had invited Randy and Emily, but I think maybe we can tap Catherine to help with this, since she's here. We do have a flyer that they gave us with some talking points that was in your packet. So the Communication Union District is applying for funding to help some of our small businesses that don't currently have good internet service and are under a certain threshold of business. So it wouldn't necessarily be the ones that are right in the village that have good internet. So, but that's about the extent of my knowledge on this. I had asked for some help on best ways to reach out to people, and is there a target, and do you have any lists of people that we could reach out to? So Catherine, if you have any thoughts on that.
You might know more than I do at this point. Because it's really,
Well, then I propose to just read this flyer, and anybody that knows a business that might fit this criteria could reach out to us. And that might help to give this a leg up. So the communication district was recently formed to assist small towns with their internet issues, which Vern is very nicely demonstrating for us tonight, so we can get the full picture of how difficult it is to function when you don't have internet. So they are in the process of completing a feasibility study and a business plan. And they are applying for a USDA Rural Business Development Grant to fund planning work that will support the eventual development and implementation of a high-speed open access broadband network. The grant will fund a consultant to provide business planning and administrative assistance. And this will build on the Northwest Communication Union District's previous work on a broadband feasibility study and business plan. And the definition of the businesses that they are hoping to assist is including businesses with under 50 employees and with less than 1 million projected gross revenue. All businesses must be owned by at least 51% US citizens. Informal sole proprietor businesses meet this definition. There is no requirement for the business to have any type of formal structure. Both for-profit and private not-for-profit organizations meet this definition. So they're looking for businesses to come forward and say they would be interested in participating. They'd like to have these this information from businesses, I think by the 19th was the date that they were hoping. And the letter simply has to describe your business and how having reliable, affordable broadband would help. State how many jobs you think this could create or save if you had access to broadband, and state if those jobs are full-time or part-time. And jobs saved can be your own. Broadband access can open up new online markets, and broadband access can allow you to hire remote employees, reducing your overhead cost and using your own business letterhead. That's it. So if anyone is interested, just reach out to the office and we will try to assist you in submitting a letter.
Okay. So we definitely need better service. So this is your opportunity to have a voice. So if we can reach out to some of those businesses in our town to say, hey, look, you could do this and get some assistance, you know, or at least provide support for an idea, and hopefully we can get some takers. All right, any other questions about the Communication Union District?
Well,
I did just get some more text information that if you have any businesses that you can think of that might fall in this, just go ahead and throw out the names and I'll keep a list and we can help follow up.
that's what I was wondering, if we could, if we needed to reach out to some specific businesses or just suggest possibilities.
You can suggest the
Well-
possibilities and the CUD folks will go ahead and reach out.
Vern, what's your internet service provider?
I have got Xfinity. I'm sorry, Comcast. And normally it's pretty good. I get 600 megs here, but it comes and goes, and it seems that it does go with the weather. So if it gets windy out here, the internet is not as good. Makes no sense, but obviously there's something affecting it.
So the Tyler place might be similar kind
be,
of
yeah.
service,
Yep.
because they would be a big one for using high-speed broadband.
Have more than 50 employees.
Well, part-time, yeah, I'm not sure about full-time though.
But even, Martin's Store, the Zorcy's, Pause for Thought, McEwen's maybe.
M&R.
M&R, yep.
Well, I keep going right up Gore Road. You've got 2 or 3 other places up there that are
Boucher Fertilizer.
Boucher, yeah.
the blue cheese
Yeah.
farm. So if you start looking around, there's probably a goodly number.
Right. And, farms are businesses. Farms are a small business and sometimes a very large business.
Yeah.
Who would also benefit from good internet service.
Right.
We have several auto repair, Jack Freeman and Chad LaPointe. Okay, people, help me out.
Well, you'd start right off with Town Line Auto and Ray's Salvage. And
Are 2 greenhouses in town,
Yes, that's right.
yeah,
Fisher Hill and H&B?
And there may be already, single people trying to run a small business from home or do online work that we're not aware of.
Karen, you also have daycares and child care centers.
Yeah, absolutely.
do we have any kind of a business inventory at this time?
I don't think so. Although we might have commercial property listed.
I do think there's a way for Amy to list out the commercial properties in the grand list. I can ask her about that.
A lot of them listed in our emergency operations plan.
Yes, that's true.
I just Googled it, went on Manta, just said Googled businesses in Highgate, Vermont. It shows 142 businesses.
What's the source?
Manta, M-A-N-T-A.
Oh, yeah, right. No, I'm familiar.
It's got a full, well, I don't know if it's all inclusive list, but it's a large list of businesses here.
Well, we could have a pretty good list by end of the day tomorrow.
Okay.
Brainstorming.
All right. Any other questions about the district or what they're looking to have? Okay. We will continue to move on. Wendy.
Good night.
Bye, Catherine. Thank you.
Okay. I have more stuff than usual, so we'll start with your minutes from February 22nd, your town info meeting and regular select board meeting.
Okay. So has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from February 22nd?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I have a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Town meeting day, 2 days ago. I've never been so cold in my life, but it was a good day. We had 175 people vote absentee and 172 at the polls for a total of 347, which is about 15% of our checklist. I did go back and look at previous years. It was pretty average. Last year is not apples to apples because it was a presidential primary. So we had a high turnout last year at town meeting, but 2019 we had 280. 2018, we had 374. 2017, we had 460. So we're pretty average. Average was about 365. So it seemed low, but I guess it wasn't really that low when you look at the last several years. We had no races on our ballot, but we do have Pete back as a lister, Kevin Spears back as a cemetery commissioner, Becky Johnson and Rebecca are back as library trustees. Kyle will be our moderator when we go back to a floor meeting next year. Richard and Vern are back on our select board. The open lister position, no one got enough write-ins to take that seat, so that remains open. Richard and Vern were both sworn in prior to this meeting, so they're good. Kyle, I'll catch up with you sometime before next March.
Sounds good.
Our articles, they all passed, all by a pretty good margin of around 100 votes or more, with the exception of the capital improvement plan. It passed by 25 votes. So everything did pass, but that one was close. And I don't know if it's because people don't understand it, people don't like it. I don't know what it was. But the school budget also passed overwhelmingly, 1,040 yes to 395 no. So there's no revotes, anything to do with town meeting. So I put everything away today happily. Does anybody have any questions about town meeting?
Well, I know I voted 7:30 that morning, and thank you and Shelley very much, because it was a nice box. And
They
thank you
got the
guys.
heat. They got the heat going in the lobby at about 5 p.m. So the last 2 hours were good. I said, I don't think a lot of other town clerks looked like I did at town meeting. I had on blankets and hat and mittens, and I looked like an idiot, but we got the job done. And, but it was slow traffic. So, but I want to thank John Furland, Patty Rainville, Claude Chevalier, and Clarence Miller. They came in at 7 p.m. and helped us with write-ins and breaking down the voting equipment. And John and Clarence brought the school ballots down to Swanton. So they had a little bit later of a night getting that all put through down there. So Highgate has great JPs. I appreciate them very much. And Shelley, she spends long days with me at the polls.
Well, we do appreciate you very much. We know that sometimes it can be a pretty boring job, but very essential.
Yes, it is. So moving on from that, I think you all should have seen and have a hard copy of the appointed positions list that we have to go through. Do you want me to read through them, Sharon, or do you have that?
I do not have a copy in front of me, so please go
Okay.
ahead and read it.
All right, so the first one is, these are people that have submitted a letter of interest to either be appointed or reappointed. So we have Butch Russo, tree warden for a term of 1 year.
So do I have a motion to accept that?
So moved.
Second
Second.
it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the next one is David DeSorcy's fire warden term, 5-year term.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Is that Kyle?
Yep.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
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 We'll have some follow-up paperwork to fill out for the state on that one. Shelby Barber, animal control, 1-year term.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Animal control, Christy Bro, 1 year.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, health officer, 3-year term, Mary Souza.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Do I have a second? Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Deputy health officer, 1-year term, Richard Souza.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll have state paperwork to follow up on those as well. Northwest Regional Planning Representative, 1-year term, Richard Noel.
So moved.
I'll make that motion.
Richard, you can second.
Okay, I got that. Yep.
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Transportation Advisory Representative, 1-year term, Richard Noel.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Bruce, I think that's what it was.
Vern is
Nope.
a second. Bruce is a first.
Bruce and Vern, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, delinquent tax collector, 1-year term, Shelley LaRush.
So moved.
I'll make that motion.
Kyle and Richard.
Yeah. All those in favor say aye.
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 Communication Union Representative, 1 year, Randy Conley.
So moved.
That motion.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Road Commissioner, 1 year term, Richard Flint.
You still
So
want it, Richard?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm just checking.
Second.
All right. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Fire Commissioner, 1 year term, Kyle Lothian.
I'll make that motion.
Does he
Kyle,
want
you
it
still
still?
want it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Said he
All right.
did.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay,
Everyone,
development,
Wendy,
yeah,
I've got to check off for a minute for, I got a contractor showing up right now at my house.
okay,
I'll be right back, but I got to leave the meeting.
okay. Development Review Board, 3 year term, Courtney Veeder.
I'll
So
make
moved.
that motion.
Richard and
Okay.
Kyle.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Commission, 3 year term, Scott Bissett.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Planning Commission, 3 year term, Ken Thompson.
So moved.
Do I
Second
have a
it.
second? All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, Recreation Commission member, 2-year term, Randy Conley.
So moved.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Recreation Commission, 2-year term, Mark Gilbert.
So moved.
Second it.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then we have, I don't know if you want to do these individually or as a group, we have 9 Village Core Master Plan member 1-year terms. Do you want me to list them all off?
Yes.
Yeah, just do it as a group.
Okay, Sue Coda, Clarence Miller, Richard Noel, Mary LaRush, Steve LaFar, Woody Rouse Jr., Rebecca Horrigan, Virginia Holloman, and Evangeline LaRock.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, and I just want to note, that's the end of the list, but we do have a vacant Northwest Regional Planning seat that's been vacant as long as I can remember. Another alternate for the Communication Union. And there is 1 vacant 2-year seat on the Recreation Commission. Both Brian Spears and Brian Fortin have stepped down from Recreation Commission, so I wanted to thank them for their time on that board.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's the end of that list.
Should we
Thank
send
you very
them,
much.
should we send the 2 Bryans a letter of thanks?
We absolutely could.
Yeah, I think that's a
That'd
good
be
idea,
great.
Bruce.
Yep.
Got that, Heidi? Okay. And
can-
the are
We'll
you,
come in and sign it.
the last thing I have is, now that town meeting's over, I'm gonna start concentrating on the 700 people that have not licensed their dogs. We're right about 200 right now, with less than a month to go before April 1st.
I'm
Look
waiting
at
for your,
Bruce is laughing, Sharon's
I'm waiting for your
laughing.
clinic.
I know, and me too.
Waiting for your clinic.
So anyways, I did send the 13-page list to Shelby yesterday to start cold calling people to remind them. So that should get things generated again. I did verify today that, Ty, correct me if I'm wrong, last day of ICE is March 23rd.
Correct.
Okay, so the clinic is scheduled for the 27th and that should be still good?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
So can we pre-register pending taking them to the clinic?
You could just do it at the clinic.
Of
Kelly and I'll
course.
be there.
We register dogs right there, Bruce.
I know.
All right, because last year we had really great help. I know Karen Fortin offered to help. Shelly and I'll be there. I talked with the vet's office today. They're still on board. So it's a go for March 27th. It's scheduled from 10 to noon, but last year we did start early and we went till everybody was done. So I will start pushing more information out to the public about that as well. And
Great.
I think that's it for me.
Okay. All
Sharon,
right, moving. Yes.
I don't know when I was supposed to bring this up. I don't have a schedule, but it's the thing I talked to you about the cemetery. Turning the
Yes.
cemetery. When do I bring that up?
Shelley, do you mind if I interrupt you?
Not at all.
Okay. So Keith, how about now?
Okay. As you know, I've been working and I talked to you, Sharon, and I've been in constant contact with Richard. The Highgate Center Cemetery would like to turn all their stuff over to the Highgate Center Cemetery Commissioners. With my mother being the secretary treasurer at 88 years old, it's just getting way too much.
Yeah.
So we took all our paperwork down to an attorney, made sure everything was in order. All of the funds and all the papers and stuff was everything was okay. So I posted a meeting that was for November 14th, 2020. We held that meeting with 8 members, 7 people present. And we voted to turn it over to the Highgate Center Cemetery Commission. So commissioners, what we were told to send it over. The monies that's left after we receive our check from Shelley will be enough to pay for the mowing for this year. So it would be at no cost to the town for this year at all. And as far as the map and the deeds, I have those blank deeds and the map. I'm on the commission. I'm still going to be selling them. Just all the checks and all the stuff would go directly to Shelley.
Okay.
And I have met with the cemetery commissioners. Kevin Spears, the chairman, and my uncle Charlie. They both have copies of it.
Keith, the check you're waiting for, is that from the trust fund?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There is going to be a little bit of a delay with that.
Right. I told Ben knows that.
COVID and yeah. Okay. So
we're just going to wait before I turn it over. I'm going to wait till that comes and then I can pay Ben because there's going to be like $100 and some odd left over. So I can turn that over to you.
I just need Evangeline LaRock to be able to come with me and the banks to be open for us to go inside together. And I would prefer she be vaccinated. And then the banks also have to open their lobbies to us to get all of that done. And COVID's made that quite difficult. So as soon as I can get that to you, I will.
I did want to make sure that you know that the cemetery commission knows this is coming and they have agreed to take it over.
Okay. I think that's great. And I think the town owes you and your family a great debt for having looked after that cemetery for years.
Well, my mother has done it for 54 years.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
All right. Shelley.
Okay, I think my internet is as good as Vern's tonight. So if you lose me, that's why. Any questions on the check warrant?
Everybody had a chance to look at them?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Do I have a motion to sign the check warrant at a later date?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 And then just a quick update. I was trying to give you the last meeting before I cut out. I did end up putting a delinquent tax report updated in the check warrant folder. I'm not sure if anybody saw that, but we are down to $97,943.18.
Holy cow. That's fabulous.
This early in the year, it absolutely is, Sharon.
Yep, it is.
Great job.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Good job, Shelley.
Thank you very much. But also good job to everybody sticking with their payment plans, because that's really, I think, what brought the balance down is people being able to budget their large tax bill over the course of the whole year.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I have for you this evening, unless you have something else for me.
Anybody have any questions for Shelley?
I'm all set.
No,
Thank you very much, Wendy and Shelley. All right, Heidi. Heidi, you'll have to unmute.
My daughter came home a minute ago and it got noisy, so I muted. I don't have much for you either, so surprise, surprise. I have nothing to be signed. There's an updated grant spreadsheet in your packet. Not many changes from the last meeting. And I just have some answers for you on your questions about the insurance company. I did ask them about a potential for a premium discount for the upgrade of the fire alarm system. And the answer was that no, we would not see a difference in our premium. The premiums are all based on your experience. So your experience would be how many claims you have. And so getting a new system would very likely keep us in a lower bracket than if we, had an incident and lost a portion of the building. So it's a more experiential discount. But again, they did give us $5,000 towards the purchase as a part of the safety equipment grant. So same response for the question about the dry hydrant. It isn't calculated that way. So unfortunately, there wouldn't be a discount for that. So notable. But I did ask them also while I was communicating with them if we would be able to utilize some of the scholarship funds to help our volunteer boards come better supported for the need for all of your tech for the meetings, for accessing the share folders, etc. And no, it was unlikely that that was going to lead to any reduction in claims or prevent any loss. But they did say that they are very strongly encouraging towns to participate in a cybersecurity training, and they would fund us up to $1,000 for one company that they specifically work with. I put a little bit of information in your packet, and it's called Be Known Before, and it is designed to put participants through specific trainings and then to do tests and to try to trip people up. So they highly recommend that all towns are doing it. They're seeing a rise in incidents caused by phishing. So, and they would agree to pay that up to $1,000. So if the board is interested in doing that, I can get some more information for you for the next meeting.
Any thoughts?
Sharon, I've taken that course through my employer, and it is give you some pretty good knowledge on phishing.
Yeah, I also worked with that company too.
I definitely think if it's something we should look into, because I have to do that same training for my job. Shortly after I took the training, I actually caught someone trying to fish, and it was only because I took the training. I need help spelling IT, right, Richard?
Okay, I'll have some more information for you for the next meeting then.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay. So for select board items, I have one thing, and that is just to inform you that Heidi and I have been working with some of the members in Swanton toward an economic development committee. And they asked us to join them. They had already had an economic development committee that was looking for ideas between the two towns. And Heidi and I have joined into that conversation and perhaps can find some funding or some investment through that opportunity. So just so everyone knows, we are checking into that, see how things go there.
Excellent.
So if anyone's interested in that, they can talk to Heidi or I, or they can certainly join in those meetings. But that's my big spiel for today. Does anyone else have anything for select board?
I was just curious if Henry was able to look at the roof, that the ice was lifting up on that valley. If they were able.
Yeah, he did, Kyle. I was there Tuesday at the town garage, and Henry stopped in and looked at it, and he said he thought it'd be okay till as Abe got back from Florida.
Excellent.
And then, so
thank you very much.
Well, I lied. That wasn't my only thing. The septic had froze again in the town offices. And Richard, I spoke to Butch and asked if we couldn't put that on our list of things to do for spring and summer.
yeah,
Is to dig that up and insulate it where it goes underneath the driveway, because it seems like every year we're digging that up. Let's see if we can get that fixed. I mean, they've got it unthawed now, but it's a pain in the rump.
So Sharon, is there two lines there? Is there one for the fire department in the town offices, and then is there a separate one for the highway department? Because they said theirs worked good.
I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look at the plans again, but I know that it's been an issue in the town offices quite a lot. And when it's, when it's below zero and those guys have other things to be doing, they don't need to keep digging up the damn septic system.
Right.
Let's just fix it right and be done with it.
Yeah, agree with you.
Okay, anything else for select board?
I just want to have a few minutes in executive just to talk about a contractual issue.
Okay. Anyone from the public have any questions or comments? Ty, Keith, anything else?
Nope.
No, I don't have anything tonight.
Except the highway
Okay.
crew's done an excellent job on these roads in these storms. Super job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I did have one question, Sharon. Is the new fire truck in service?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, while you bring that up, Sharon, have we decided to do anything with the old fire truck? Have we got any bids, or have we put it out there yet?
Yes. Heidi, you want to take that?
It's out there with the bids due back on the 12th, with you opening them at the next meeting, the 18th. I talked to Joe. I don't know if they're going to get any offers. He hasn't shown it to anyone yet. I think they were talking with one other fire department, but we will see.
Okay.
What's the situation with the door over
I
on
was just going to bring that up.
the shed at the Mesa property?
I think last I talked to Butch the other day, And I know Gary Greeno from the fire department came over and they talked about it, and it's been ordered and everything. Butch was gonna call him again on Tuesday afternoon. He said he was gonna try to contact him and see what the story was on it. But Butch did order it.
Yeah, I know that, go ahead, Bruce.
No, lots of things are taking more time than usual as far as getting delivered and installed.
Yes, ditto. Okay, last call. Anything else? Okay, so I would ask for a motion to exit the regularly scheduled select board meeting and enter into executive with Heidi Birch-Valenta.
I'll make
So
that
moved.
motion.
Okay,
Have a good night.
Good
good night.
night.